I've only been here for a little while. Hit the mother one, we didn't even realize it. Hey, look, it's coming down harder now. Holy smokes. Man, there it is right here. We're gonna need another bag maybe. We hunted in the rain and sleet. We got morels though. All right guys, it's Chuck Grove with Foraging Truth, and today I'm gonna show you how to successfully hunt morel mushrooms in a heavily hunted area. First, know your trees, so watch the tree videos. Second, know how to track people in your area. Third, where to look and how to look. I've only been here for a little while. Early bird gets the worm. I'm not very early, I worked last night, so we went from one day of filming to working to the next day of filming. But this is the season, guys, so you have to be out there. Watch where you step. Let me show you something. You see how that leaf litter was all around this and it was poking just up through? If you're in a heavily hunted area and it's out in the open like this, you need to cut it. But if this morel was back underneath and you wanted it to get bigger, it's a really easy trick to do. Now make sure you don't pull, I learned this in the military, this is called camouflage. So, you don't pull directly from here because you might leave dirt spots where these leaves were. You pull them from somewhere else, and you remember where that morel was at. And you camouflage it properly. You can come back later and find your morel. How do you know if somebody else is hunting your area? You have to be a little bit of a tracker. If you look right here down past me, you're going to see pretty good signs of larger footprints, like this one right here, right on top of this elm seed. There's definitely a footprint. So somebody's gone up this bank and already checked this area for morels. So the only place you're going to probably find a morel is back underneath this brush, underneath the edges where people don't tend to see the other morels. So I know if I'm going to search this area, I'm going to look in this heavier grass back in around the logs, and I'm going to keep rolling because I know somebody already came through this spot. So let's keep going. You just get down low and you peer back through all the brush and look for that telltale morel sign. I don't see any right off in the open here. And the best way to check an edge for real is from the bottom looking up, because when you do that, you're actually peering back underneath some of the leaf litter, and you might see one that I'm not going to see here until later on when it gets bigger, and then I'm not guaranteed to find that one because this is a heavily hunted area. People walk through here all the time looking for morels. You can clearly see this trail goes right through here through these sycamores. The problem with people is they're in too much of a rush. With a mushroom that is camouflage, the way its appearance of the pits and ridges, you have to take your time. And one of the tricks I do is, even if somebody's gone through here, I'll get down real low, sometimes as low as I possibly can, as low as I can, and peer out across the leaf litter, and I spot one. The problem with people is, I'll show you exactly what they do. They're looking in around their feet, they look a little bit, and they keep going. But if you take a second and go, that's a sycamore tree, let's peer down around here. Get looking low. Oh, I've already found two. And mind you, there's a trail right there that everybody's been checking the big sycamore and this other big sycamore, but they have not found the great big morel sitting right here in front of them. Look at this guy. Just a nice morel. Good eating size. Right there. And as you can see, I have my fast bag today. Now, if you're in a heavily hunted area and you don't want other people to know, that's a great way to keep them hidden, so that you can keep searching those spots. We just found those two mushrooms up on top, right by the trail. So this is my other trick I was telling you about. You want to get on the downhill side and look up. This gives you a different perspective, and if there's a mushroom standing up, you can clearly see it right back in there. And when you see that mushroom, don't run towards it. You're going to want to take your time and watch where you're stepping, because crushing a mushroom is never a good idea. You can still eat it. Okay, I didn't see any more on my way up, but that one just sat there. Nobody wanted him, I guess. And there's been people through here a lot. I can see tracks everywhere. So, not too bad for a heavily hunted area. Okay guys, so we're on a trail. This is a public trail. Anybody can ride their bikes down or walk. And right here you have sycamores. Now I've noticed that morel mushrooms don't just pick the big sycamores out. They like all sycamores, kind of. It depends on the tree and if you have the spore there. But if there's any right here on these sycamores in the wide open, they're going to be visible. So if somebody were to walk down this trail, if there was any mushrooms right here on the edge, they're gone. So what you want to do is find a sycamore like that. See all that greenbrier around it? When you have all this greenbrier, what you do is you come in, check underneath leaves that are standing up, get down low, and just peer back underneath all the brush, looking for that morel top, that wrinkly pits and ridges. And that's what you're focusing on. I don't see any right there. Now you can go on the back side of the tree and get a different angle. See, people have certain trees in here that they probably come in and get, and they don't look at every possible mushroom tree. Okay guys, so notice the greenbriers. Notice the apple tree. Okay? That's like I was just telling you. Go for the greenbriers almost every time. Nobody wants to play in greenbriers. But look over here, back underneath the greenbriers. See that? That's a little one. Now, get low, and you look down underneath the greenbriers, and you're going to get cut up a little bit. But, small price to pay for finding the big ones. This one kind of got crushed down. I usually don't take the base out, but I could get my hand back in there. Now this one kind of got crushed, but I'm telling you what, that's a great morel to have for your bag. And guys, the trail is right there. Heavily hunted area, guys. This one is going to need some washing. Talk about a nice strong base. Look around because this is a good tree. See this, guys? That is what they call a half-free morel. And it's because the cap is half free of the stalk. These are edible. They're not choice edible, but they're still edible. If you mix them with your other morels, they kind of take the flavor on, so I'll take it. Hit the mother lode, we didn't even realize it. All right, guys, here we are. We just had a mushroom hunter pass us by on a bike. He's mobile. And I had another guy pass me in the parking lot. Let me show you what these guys are running past. Okay, you see them all? You might not see them all yet, but I'll make sure you see them. Okay, I'm going to start my way up the bank here. Now this one kind of fell apart. It's got a bad area on it. I don't need all the stem. But these are still good for the pan, guys. Still really good for the pan. There's still some up there. Oh, there's a massive one behind me. Holy smokes. We're going to need another bag maybe. I told you, we can get into them back here. Another one, guys. That's Trillium. We're going to make a video on that. Just goes to show you guys, no matter where you're at, don't be dismayed in adversity. There is a lot of hunters that come through here. Guys, that whole side of the other side of the hill is just loaded with footprints. And I still found 3 or 4. But they neglected some of the biggest, awesomest specimens of elm tree there are. And in doing that, they passed by all the fruit. And I'm going to show you the fruit from this tree over here. This is why I'm teaching you guys this, because I don't think it's fair, really, to enjoy so much and not be able to pass it on, to be grateful and to give out as much as you find, and to always hunt where you know the trees are at. Look at these trilliums back here. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at that flower, guys. So many medicinal things. That video is actually coming up soon. I'm really excited to make it for you. But there's more morels on this bank. We better get to it. Still finding them, guys. Same bank, same trees. And we still have to search all in behind us too. The slippery elms, like I told you in the slippery elm video, they, in that process of dying, finding the ones that are in the dying process, they produce. Another half-free morel.
Yeah, I did not bring an umbrella.
I told you guys I wasn't a fair weather forager. Now my cameraman's learning that I'm not a fair weather forager. Hey, look, it's coming down harder now. Hey, we got morels though. We'll get in here on this edge. It'll be a little bit better. Man, here it is right here. Another Smurf hat. This is always a hot spot that's over here. Alright guys, tree bark is coming off and there's still a couple little leaves. Alright guys, it's Chuck Grove with Foraging Truth, and we hunted in the rain and sleet in heavily trafficked, heavily hunted areas. So can you do it? Yes, you can. Always keep foraging.